Please read this disclaimer carefully before proceeding further. Welcome back, traders, to analysis of gold XAUUSD. Thanks for joining me here. My name is Vic. Gold again had a very good week, very profitable week, and gold has been one of the major assets in past few months to trade on, because it has been absolutely fantastic. It just moves very nicely with our FCP analysis, and last week we were able to hit all of our profit targets. So what we should do is we should go back and see where we started from and do the entire top-down analysis, just to give you a perspective where we are standing and what can be expected. Right? So we are starting from monthly time frame, and I'm using an indicator suite called Water and Visage. By the way, this is available right now. If you want to subscribe to it, you can check out the link under this video, or you can go to vikinsa.com, or you can also contact us on our Telegram channel. Right now, so we have this monthly time frame, and on monthly time frame what we can see that market created this W structure. So if you remember, in August 2020, this is the level 2070 where we started to look for a short position because that W pattern was complete, and this is again one of those W patterns which is part of our FCP training curriculum. Now when the market started to go down, we were looking at this particular indicator suite, and then we also got a very good confirmation that their color was changing. That means it was turning bearish. So this was a very clear indication that market was going to go further down, and this is the profit target where it can go to near about 1550 level. This is the monthly target. Now when I say monthly target, that does not mean that market will straight away go in there, because the market has two rules. First, market can do whatever it wants to do. Right? You are not supposed to just control the market. You cannot expect that you can control the market. You can only analyze based on the probabilities, but market can do whatever it wants to do. That's the first rule. Second rule that we have got is that market runs in waves. So the market goes down, goes up, down, goes up, goes down, something like that, right? It never moves in straight direction. Even if it does on lower time frames, for some time you will not see something like this happening on the higher time frame. So you cannot expect market to go straight away from this, because you have got this signal here to sell. That does not mean that it will go straight into this level, but eventually it can actually happen, and it may take few months to few years. Now there are few possibilities here. One is that market is right now, if you see, the market is actually following this wave kind of structure, and now we are in a corrective phase right now. That means it can also go back down to collect this, collect this profit target. That is possibility. That is also possibility that it can also form a lot of waves in the middle. So you'll have to be patient with this. Another reason behind this is that market could actually go back up all the way to create a double top and then come back down. That is also a possibility. So that is why you must control your risk, because if you started to short from here, and then you had stop losses just around here, then it can just stop you out. So you need to make sure that you're looking at the right perspective, and you're following the direction properly, and you always keep on watching the market's direction, because it can change at any moment in time. Market conditions can change any moment in time, right? So you should always try to protect your capital and the profits at the same time. Right, so what we have right now is that market has completed this sort of a structure. So I'm looking for a final level around here where we can look for a short position ultimately once again. Now I'm not saying that this can actually straight away go down. There can be ups and downs. Now having said that, and I've been maintaining this for a long time, that I'm super bullish on gold. So I'm looking for gold to create higher highs. Ultimately it can happen from here, or it can even happen from here, because if it starts to go higher and goes beyond this, then obviously that structure will be completed. So ultimately I am bullish on bullish on gold, but it may take months and years to happen, and by that time it can actually go back down and then go back up, right? Like this. So this target is still open, and it can take few months to reach there. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, now let's go to the weekly time frame. On weekly time frame, if you remember, I mentioned in my Telegram channel, if you're not there, join us on free Telegram channel. This is where I mentioned that the market was turning bullish because the color on water trend changed from red to blue. That means the market was going to go bullish, right? And this is where it all happened. Let me just quickly go back and show you what we have been covering. Okay, so here is the entire scenario, right? So on April 8th, I said this color was changing. Look at this color was changing around here, and that means the market was turning bullish. And this is the weekly time frame on gold. That means the market was going to go higher, and that's what we could have expected on gold weekly, right? There were few intermediate targets that I gave near about 1764, 1746 and 1753. All of these targets were met in the same week. And then on gold daily we had further targets as 1768, 1758 and 1752. They were also met on gold. Then later on we looked into the next part of it, which was part 2 here. So on April 15th I said on April 15th we started to see, okay, this was blue. That means the gold was turning bullish. This was turning bullish, and we also got a good target here. This white dot is showing as a target, and this was 1793. So weekly target was given 1793. Now even if you are a day trader, if you are a short-term swing trader, it does not matter, because you see the higher time frame is bullish. So that means you should be looking towards, like, you should be favoring your long positions. And what Envisage was already telling you that the market was going to go higher, right? So this was the target 1793, and then the next target was the touch of the water curve, which was 1819 level around here. Okay, so that was given on 18th of April. The next one was around here, which was, I posted that gold moving towards weekly water target, which was 1797, and then 1821 was the new target given after that, and the gold was moving really nicely up. Personally, I was long from 1618. I closed my position on the touch of 1797, part of that position, and then I closed part of my position on Friday last week, and I still have one part of that position running for further targets up. Okay, so let's look at then next one was here, part 4, which meant gold actually reached its profit target right there on the white dot. So from here, when we first looked into this, the gold started to move higher into this. This was hundreds of pips that gold actually made on weekly time frame. Even if you were on short-term time frame, and you could have taken several long positions going into this target. And the next target then after was 1825, because the water curve actually moves with the profit target, but it moves very slowly. Okay, now next one was, we were looking for ultimate profit target, which was 1825 or 1829 level, and we found that based on FCP analysis. And on Friday it was just about to reach water curve target, which was 1825, and finally it worked. All of these targets which were given on daily, 4 hourly or 1 hourly, all of them were met on Friday. So on Friday we had a massive surge to the upside on gold, like here, and it reached 1829 level, and it fulfilled all the targets of water curve, water Envisage. All of those targets were met, right? So all of these targets were achieved. This one was, and the water curve was. Now if I go to the daily time frame, this was the target which was available to us on daily time frame, 1825 or 1826, near about that level here. Okay, and the market is still bullish. And next target that we can look for is near about this one, 1875, and it can also go to 1888. But there is something which is coming up. I think, in my opinion, there is a good case that the market can reach 1852 or 1850, near about that level, and then we can look for a little bit of pullback, because you see the market has been going really high up, and there can be profit taking. Now profit taking can actually happen right now. So the next week there can be for a few hours it can actually fall down to correct, or maybe for a day or so. Otherwise I'm expecting it to reach to 1850 or 1852 level, and then I will look for a short position after that. Okay, so that's my plan here. If the market actually goes beyond it, beyond 1850, then I look for 1875 as my next target. So let's go back to our FCP analysis. Now let me quickly go and squeeze out. Now ignore these lines, like it looks like a mess right now, but the reason behind this is because not everybody is trading swing trade. So I give you all these intermediate levels on low time frames throughout the weeks, and I've been using the same chart for weeks now, and that is why all of these lines are available there. But just if you just ignore it and focus on these arrows, this is where we were looking for a long trade, and we knew that market was going to reach this level, which it did. Then it consolidated here for a bit, and people traders who have gone through the FCP training, they know why we were going to consolidate here for a little bit. One of our traders was able to actually take a long trade from here, from 1758 level, and he's still riding that all the way to this level. Okay, once the market actually reached this FCP zone, let me actually zoom in so that you can clearly see. Once the market reached its FCP zone around here, it actually created several bear and bull traps, and we were expecting that. Why? Because this is an FCP zone, the market was going to get pushed down. But you see 1800 was there, and everybody was thinking each time I know few kind of big traders, people who have huge fan following, even they were getting trapped there because they were always thinking that it was going to go to 1800, and it wasn't. Tried once, twice, thrice, and then this was the final one. On Wednesday or Thursday, I posted that you should get ready for 1805 and 1825 because I saw these rejections from here. Oops, let me just quickly clean that up. I saw a few rejections here, and we covered that in yesterday's students Q&A session as well. We saw a few rejections here, and that's why we knew that market was going to go higher, and maybe this time it was going to violate this FCP zone, fill this gap, and reach our what envisaged profit target of 1825 near about an 1829 level. So this is the arrow, this is the analysis that we had planned for a few weeks before. So what do we do now? So the plan is like this. Because the market is already so overextended a little bit, and it has reached this FCP zone, I'm expecting it to correct it a little bit. So if I get a confirmation to go short on, I will look for a little bit of short position, but I will not go for huge profit targets. I will take one of these steps as my profit target. Why? Because I still think that market can go higher into this 1850 FCP zone that we have. And once the market has reached 1850 level, then I'll look for a very good short position here. So we are trapping the market from both sides because we can make money on both sides. If I get a confirmation to go short, I'll go short, write the profits, get out. Okay, maximum here, get out. If I get a confirmation to go long on, and when I say confirmation, we have 5 confirmation techniques, and what I envisage is one of them. If I get a confirmation, then I look for a long position heavily because I still think that the market can reach 1850. So that is going to be a very good trade. Once it has reached this FCP zone, I will close that position, and I will close my initial position which I've already got running. I'll see how the market reacts around that, and then I'll look for only short positions after that. And all of these levels are still valid, and they are still important because they were acting as resistance while the market was going up, and when the market will start to go down, they will start to act as support. So all of these levels are still important, and I will try to keep my position open and take the partial profits, keep the take the profits, open new positions at all of these levels one by one. So I'm going to leave these levels in there. Now there is one case here. If this FCP zone is broken, and if I get a good confirmation, when I say broken, we have a different meaning. It needs to close beyond this, and we should get a confirmation, proper confirmation, saying that it wants to go higher. If that happens, then I will stay long and I will ride into 1875. Okay, and remember, this is exactly what we saw on here as well. So 1875 is right there, that level here, and next level is going to be 1888 because these are the 2 white dots that we have got. Right, so trading plan, again a very quick revision, because I know that a lot of people are just looking for a quick trading plan or kind of signals. If I get a confirmation, because we are in FCP zone, so it has a tendency, it has a capability of pushing the price down. If I get a confirmation to go short on, I will go that, right? But I will not go for huge profit targets, because I know that it can start to go higher to 1850, right? So I can ride it, but I will get out as soon as possible. If I get a good long position profit confirmation here or at one of these levels, then I'll go long into 1850. That will be a very good trade. I will get out at 1850. Then I will look for very good short position. However, in exceptional case, if the market actually starts to tell me that it wants to go higher than this FCP zone strongly, then I'll take a long position, or I'll stay with the previous long position riding into 1874 level. Okay, so that is going to be my plan for gold. Hope you enjoyed this analysis. I found this in-depth free analysis useful. I'm trying to do my bit by sharing this free analysis to you. So please support this channel by hitting the like button, putting a comment at the bottom of this video, and sharing it with other traders and trading communities, because that's how we learn and earn together. To support my community, you can do your own bit by doing all of that. Right, so I'll see you in the next week, in the next analysis, and have a great trading week next week. If you're interested in learning how to analyze the markets the way I do using Fibonacci Confluence, then head over to vikinsa.com, and under training section you'll be able to see Core Strategy Training Program. On this page you'll be able to see the testimonials of previous students and also look at the brochure. The brochure has a lot more information, including the course structure and the Fibonacci Confluence Training Program curriculum. This is a very extensive program in which we cover basic core Fibonacci concepts along with the advanced concepts to analyze the markets with high probability. If you're interested in joining this program, come to vikinsa.com, and under training section you'll be able to see and submit this form.